Okay, mic is on, audio is on, and breaks screen is off. All right. Oh, I can clear all that. I haven't checked my dice yet. There we go. Oh, yeesh. My dice are looking kind of high, so fingers crossed. We'll see. Okay. Picking up from last time. Hide that. Picking up from last time. You guys kind of woke up in the bottom of a crypt. No one knows anyone short of last session. You woke up at the bottom of the crypt and a woman was dying in front of you. Turns out you guys are all in a cult that none of you remember joining. The last any of you remember was at least a month ago. You guys kind of decide for yourselves, but like, I figure the last any of you remember, you were heading to Hengetsbury, and that was like 4, 6, 8 weeks ago. Like 1 to 2 months ago is the last like real solid memory any of you have, and you guys can kind of decide where you're at on that scale. Where you woke up was in Northminster, which you got a region map up for you now.
Oh, I don't even see Hengetsbury. Where is it?
I drew an arrow for you. Straight line, Hengetsbury is almost 90 miles
Oh,
away.
oh, good God.
You
Okay.
are a long way from where you last remember. Uh, you guys went up to the surface, or you it basically left the crypt, ran into a halfling fellow by the name of Belton Freedu. Uh, he he specializes in like giant air quotes imports and exports. Uh, he's a low grade
He's a
criminal.
smuggler.
Yeah, he's a low grade criminal slash smuggler slash middleman. He's not the thief and criminal himself, but he can get things. That said, he helped you guys escape. You guys managed to escape Northminster, but not before uh, Captain of the Guard, Tariq something or other. The heck is his full name? I don't remember. Captain Tariq Crestvale found the crypt that you guys came out of, which is behind a secret door in the wall. He found the crypt, found the woman that died in front of you. Turns out that woman was his sister. You guys aren't there. All of her gear is stripped. And y'all are like loading into this cart to get out of town. So the guards are after you. Captain Tariq is after you. You guys managed to make it out of town. The gates closing behind you. Chickens exploding everywhere.
Yes. Chickens did explode.
Thankfully, the wagon did not break while you're in town. We do have mechanics for broken wagon and malfunctions, stuff like that. Made it out of town. Healed up Belton because he took a spear to the leg. He's still with you. He's got an idea. You can go see Granny Appleseed. She should be able to help you guys get your memory back. Pretty sure. Because he had like a cousin that went kind of all soft in the head, and she helped him out, and he got better, and even started beating him at cards again. Damn it. Yeah. Made it out of town. Kind of pulled over, got off the road a little bit, kind of hid, and that's pretty much where we ended last session. You guys are off the road, kind of hidden, checking everything out. The wagon, one of the wheels looks damaged. It's not broken, like it's not a full malfunction, but it wouldn't be hard for it to be hurt. Like if something went wrong, it would be bad. Basically, like your wagon is at like 75% health. So,
Um,
Belton would
I
rec.
have expertise in engineering.
Hmm.
Is that anything that you can use? Like, can that be used to fix a
Well,
wheel?
the next morning, we'll pick this up. Before you this is kind of like everybody's kind of getting up. You're starting to realize, and you notice like the wheels cracked. It's still holding. Maybe like a couple of the spokes are broken out, kind of thing. Belton would kind of pipe up. Well, and I have long since forgotten what Belton's voice is, so we're going with the new one. Looks like I can't show my face around the city anymore, at least till all this is over. Uh, I hope you've all made up like some kind of fake identities. Uh, in case anyone asks, I'm your, I don't know, your third cousin's brother-in-law by adoption. Yeah, and they'll kind of point to whoever.
It is
Bruce looks
very
at
clear we are not related.
Adoption. Yeah.
brother-in-law.
We'll
He
just-
is married to your sibling.
And Menzo will just shrug.
Yeah. I'm your brother-in-law's cousin. That's what it is. Yeah. I feel like he's
I
going
wasn't thinking
vaguely.
about that.
I feel like he's going vaguely Jersey. I don't know.
I was thinking about a potential name. I'm thinking John Doe.
Well,
It's brilliant.
I'll let you all figure that out. Look, I was thinking we could swing through Ringwood and Blackwood or Blackford, but now it's looking like probably a terrible idea.
And where are we trying to get to?
You're trying to get to the Weirwood, which is kind of in like the general region of Hengitsbury, the last town you guys knew.
Ah.
And like, if anybody were to last, like, okay, well, how far do we have to go? Belton would kind of like pull out this map. Looks almost hand drawn, kind of like what you guys have in front of you. This kind of region map. So the Hengitsbury is, we're looking like 80, 90 miles away. Straight line. Now the red line there shows you pretty much like the I imagine like the distance you guys traveled on your escape.
But we need to avoid Ringwood.
Belton's suggesting avoid, major settlements. Avoid Ringwood, avoid Blackford, because word travels.
Are there other places to cross this river or whatever that is?
Oh yeah, you'd eventually be able to find, like, there's little either bridges or fjords, just shallow spots, stuff like that. Oh, now I have the hiccups. God damn it.
Is it assumed that our characters are looking at a map right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't do character voices. But this is in character.
Oh yeah, you don't
So-
have to do a voice. You're never forced to do a voice. Do what you're comfortable.
What if we go over to the half point and then Blackford?
Yeah, like how rough is that terrain? Like if we headed to Half Point and then sort of south from there to the road and then towards the Weirwood.
We're not taking a wagon through those hills.
That was kind of my question. Like,
Well,
Is the lack of a dotted line mean there's no road, and so we don't have the wagon, or
Yeah, the
Belt
dotted line is the road.
the dotted line is the established road. That's going to be like your main thoroughfare, your highway, your interstate, whatever. Belton would kind of chime in. Well, there's an old smuggler's route out there.
yeah, because people have to get to Half Point somehow, or Hull Point.
Oh yeah, I mean there'd be still like other roads, but it used to be a common way to kind of dodge tariffs. But since that got lifted, it's not really any use left. I mean, it's probably an overgrown mess, but had let us stay away from any roadblocks. What do y'all think?
Well,
Uh,
How far does Northminster's constabulary have reach? Just in North
Well,
Riding or further south?
give me a culture check.
Culture. I can do that.
I would say, yeah, a culture or insight.
Nope.
Yeah, probably more culture. You got everyone. Give me a culture check. We'll make it a group check.
Well, I'm the most cultured among us, so clearly, if I don't know, well,
Menzo knows nothing.
Grouse, Menzo, Tongue, and it's thinking about it. Why
What
is
the-
the dice line?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Check out
okay.
that nice roll.
I'll
Okay,
take
at
the
least
sum
half
of
of you made it.
20.
Stop and then rolled
Right.
again.
yeah, that was a slideshow.
Yeah, it's like it went like stopped like 13, snapped to 18. It was fucking weird. I don't know. Okay, so group checks. As long as at least half of you make the DC, you succeed. If all of you make the DC, it's considered a critical success, and you get extra stuff.
I don't think we
Guessing
got
this
extra
is not a
stuff.
critical
You don't get
success.
extra stuff. Yeah. The flip side is that if more than half of you fail, it's a failure. If all of you fail, it's a critical failure. But again, that's only on group checks, and it's not like critical failure and you're all dead. No, it's just critical failure.
Proximal.
That is the worst situation. Yeah.
Stealth crit failure in a dungeon. It's just Pippin and Lord of the Rings knocking the bucket down the well with a chain attached.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, like a failure, none of you see it. A critical failure, you summon all the goblins. Yeah. But you guys passed. So, so a few things. Between Belton kind of explaining to you things like that, and like what some of you might know about the general area. Northminster, in this region, like Northminster, like the Northminster Guard just worries about Northminster, but if there's a major bounty, word travels fast. I mean, you're talking a few days. I mean, just Northminster to Ringwood is at a comfortable pace, not worrying about anything, just not trying to hamper yourself. You're looking at like 2 to 3 days travel time to Ringwood, and then probably the same to Blackford. In a rush, day to Ringwood, day to Blackford, day to Hengistbury. If there's a major bounty out, word's gonna travel fast. Belton would kind of let you guys know. It's like, look, Captain Cressvale can be. He can kind of get intense if it's personal. Very dedicated, passionate as a captain guard or guard captain. And what I'm saying is he's like a dog with a bone. He doesn't give up. He's probably loading up right now to track us himself. Either way, and he'll kind of like draw out this line with his finger, kind of that yellow line there. there's an old smuggler's route down here. It goes down to Half Point, and then we can kind of decide from there. We got about a day's travel to get down there, maybe two, depending on how fast we want to go. And they'll kind of look over to the cart, and with that cart, or with that wagon, we got two choices with the wagon, really. We can bring it, we can take it, fix the wheel, take it with us. Or we go on foot.
What will it take to fix it?
I don't know. It shouldn't be too hard. Just, reinforce the wheel, whatnot. I don't know. I'm not a wagon guy. Looking at the cart.
Also not a wagon guy.
I don't know that any of you are. Looking at the cart.
So that goes back to my question: is engineering?
Oh yeah.
Does that relate to stuff like this, or is it?
Give me fixing the wagon. I would say is probably more of an engineering. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. May I do an engineering check too?
Menza's not sure on what to do with the wagon. Yes, it is a wheel.
These wheels are very round.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
The way
This is not what I'm
I
used to
see
at
it,
all.
I think Yin should have some idea of how like woodworking works if he was on a ship.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
So-
you could apply that. Yeah. Lockwood could make an engineering roll. Do you think this thing is fixable? 17. Okay.
Do I? You tell me, DM.
With a 17, I mean, you're pretty sure you could jury rig something. Get it fixed back up. It wouldn't be pretty, but yeah, you'd probably get it fixed.
Wow.
Now,
I
it
didn't
is
explain
fixable. However, Belton will let you guys know. If this route's overgrown, we're not going to be able to hide our tracks very well with a wagon. I mean, it'll be a lot easier. We can kind of rest along the way. But poor Rummy Nose here, he's not the fastest of horses. Looking over to this old mule, Rummy Nose. It looks like that's probably the most Rummy Nose has ran in the last half of his life. Is getting out of that city. So
There's my
if you guys take the wagon, you're looking at a fixed travel pace. Basically at a slow. Let me find the table for you. I think it's on a table. That's travel scenery. I want travel pace. Story. Oh, of course, it's in a totally different section. Travel. The journey. Where is it at?
I guess my character would suggest. What if we fix up the wagon enough, and then if we're lucky enough to find someone alongside the road, just give the wagon to them. So that way, we have like a day or two travel with it, and then if we can get someone to like get it, then that would potentially create another track or lead to follow while we go a separate way.
It's an option. Then you gotta hope you find somebody to encounter. So
that's the gamble.
Uh,
Is
with the
is
wagon you
there
guys
mer
have,
is there
you're.
merchandise in the cart? Like, there was stuff in the back,
Mhm.
but it was just, like, bedrolls and stuff.
Mostly
Does he have
bedrolls.
anything? Okay.
Going up near where like the driver would sit, Belton would pull back and like reveal like this smaller chest and say, "Well, at least I made sure to bring some food." And you're gonna see, it looks like he's got about 20 supplies in there. Uh, yeah, you're looking like 20 servings of rations supplies. What those will work as is essentially one ration or supply. Uh, While you guys are on the road traveling, you need one ration slash supply per person per day. Now, I took it off of your inventory. I put it on the party sheet. With what he has, you guys have a grand total of 45 supplies. He'd let you know, like, he's got a separate set of rations for Rummy Nose. There's like another 15, 16 rations, but Rummy Nose can also just graze in the grass. It's a little harder for people to graze. The wagon itself can only travel at a slow pace, so you're looking at 16 miles a day, 3 hexes per day. On foot, you guys can choose slow, normal, or fast. 16, 24, 32 miles per day. So 3, 5, and 6, I think, hexes. So traveling on foot is faster, and you can hide your tracks, but you can only carry what you can carry. So, yeah. The wagon leaves tracks, can't hide. It can only travel at a slow pace, but you don't have to worry about carry capacity.
How many rations can we carry?
Your strength score each. So party wide, you can carry 16.
I got a -1.
36. Not your strength mod.
8
You can
then
carry
for me.
42. So let me reduce this. You can carry 42 rations total. You've got enough,
Not bad.
and Belton's with you, so he has to have food as well. So you've got 5 people. You've got enough food for 8 days of travel. Or rather, yeah, 8 days of travel. It's just a matter of what pace, and if you want to take the cart or not. If you take the cart, you've got enough for 9 days. Because you have a grand total of 45 rations.
And how long with the cart would it take us to get to half point?
3 hexes per day. 1, 2,
Okay, so
3,
1, 2,
4, 5,
3, 4,
6, 7,
5,
8. You're looking at 3 days
Okay.
from where you're at now.
Because
If
I'm inclined
Mhm.
towards something like Ying's idea, like take the wagon to half point and then get rid of it there,
Mhm.
and then go on our own. Because it might be harder to track us like through the hills or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking, because I'm thinking like, as I play this character, I think he was
Sailor.
he's a private. He's like some sort of a part of a pirate crew, allegedly speaking.
Mhm.
You can't prove anything.
Air quotes,
So he would
allegedly.
exactly. And so in his mind, it may necessary, if we want to avoid them, we have to take the harder path, because in his experience, when they wanted to run away from people chasing them, they would go to storms and stormy seas. So it'd be like, if we just don't want to be around these people who want to kill us, let's go with the evil we know. a harder road to travel.
But also going the other way is just straight up a lot longer. Like it's just a lot more hexes to go through Ringwood to Blackford and across. Like we're on the big road, we're heading through big city, big towns.
Those are also places we can resupply.
Menzo hunts, Menzo shoots.
Do you?
Supply's not a big deal. Animals are Menzo's friends. Also food.
Fish are friends, not food. Well, both in
Fish
this
are
case.
never friends. Fish are stupid.
So, the first question is, do you guys want to fix the wagon and take it with you? Or go straight on foot? Ying's pretty sure they could get this wagon fixed. Wouldn't take terribly long, maybe an hour.
Let us ride to Half Point. Don't want to leave the mule.
So I'm sorry, take it to Half Point?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
So better to fix the wagon. That way we will not break down, which will take even more time. As Grandma Menzel used to say, spend time now, save time later.
Your grandma sounds like a very wise person.
She died in giant fire. I do not know. She wasn't all that smart.
I misspoke. Terribly stupid person.
Yeah, fell asleep in bed with cigarette. It was a mess.
Fire everywhere. Yes.
There was a rumor a sorcerer caused it with giant fireballs, but we do not believe that.
Giant
Well, we know
fireball
the
is
truth.
reverse gravity. It was horrifying.
It was horrible.
Giant fireballs code for the joint she was smoking.
This is a story we told everyone because someone guessed it on the first try and we were too embarrassed to say yes.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened? Did you fall asleep with a cigarette in the bed? Deep exhale or deep inhale?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it was fireball for sure.
Oh yeah, those wizards just whoosh right through the window, you know?
so you guys
Yes, fire is a bad
collectively,
thing, especially on ship.
so collectively, you guys would kind of know that with the main roads, word like basically from today, you would have maybe a week to get to Hangetsbury and the Weirwood before word had completely reached all the way down there. Yeah.
So it looks like it would be 3 days travel to get to this halfway point.
If you take the wagon, you're
That's
looking
the
at 3
first
days to
day.
halfway or to half point. Yep.
Then at that point we can adjust our travel speed to get there as fast as we feel we need to.
Mm-hmm.
So in that
Now,
case, that's 1,
Belton
2,
would let you
3,
guys know. Like Half Point had kind of because of where it's at
6,
and
7, 8.
what it deals with. Half Point kind of has a history with smuggling and such. So like its isolation and its history kind of makes the residents already willing to pretty much turn a blind eye to suspicious activities. They're probably not
So-
gonna care so long as you don't like go stabbing people and setting taverns on fire.
smoking the fireballs.
Yeah, exactly. I learned lesson from Grandma.
So I'm counting. So from halfway point, it's around 20 spaces to get where we want to go. So dividing that, that's around. We're going to have to do around 4 spaces a day. So we want to get there within a week.
So, do the hills actually make a difference to our pace?
Yes.
I should
Once you get to
have-
halfway point, you'll have a choice. The Smuggler's Trail does continue south and ties up with that hamlet that's to the south. That's actually Thornberry, it looks like. Yeah. They just didn't label it by mistake. So, from half point, you got 2 options. The pink purple goes down to Thornbury. It's a pretty safe town, and getting down to the main road would be faster, but you're gonna have higher risk. You're more likely to hit roadblocks and guards, things like that. Going through Crawley Hills is slower since there's no path, but it's also arguably less dangerous. I mean, all
Unless
you
you
have to deal
run
with
into something big.
yeah.
Well, I would
All you
say
have to
just
deal
a
with in
different type of
Crawley,
danger.
all you have to deal with in Crawley Hills is wildlife. If you go down to Lancashire and Thornbury and go across the road, it's faster because you actually do have a frequently traveled road like a highway, but you're also going to have checkpoints, roaming guards, things like that.
Like,
The only thing we have to deal with in the hills is the mind controlling insects. Don't worry, we know how to handle mind controlling insects.
Exactly. But Belton would also point out, it's like, look, once we get to half point, we can decide what to do there, because that's 2 or 3 days from now. So don't worry about the second half just yet. Worry about first, do you take the wagon? It sounded like you guys were pretty much leaning towards taking the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. The downside of
then we're
taking the
gonna-
wagon is if anybody's tracking you, you leave a trail.
Right. But
I'd like to think
the
we can
idea is to
potentially use that
distract-
to our advantage.
yeah,
Sure.
to let someone else take it in half point,
Mhm.
and then hopefully continue a trail that they would follow rather than following wherever we're going on foot. But
Yes.
we shall see.
And every little bit of food helps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, no mule left behind.
Left behind. If we're willing to blow up chickens, then I don't see why we're not willing to do this.
Okay, so
'Cause it's
heading out on
noble
this road.
to eat.
While you guys are traveling, we're not gonna go off of every day and check every. We're not gonna do every little check. You've got a plan. Like an estimate journey. We're looking at what it was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes. You're taking the wagon, so you can only do 3 per day. So you're looking at 3 days. Let me find it. We're going through North Riding. Okay. Your weather. You got clear weather. Pretty much all 3 days.
Excellent.
So, on those 3 days, what would you guys like to do? I imagine like most of the travel is very much kind of road trip. Like there's the common kind of chit chat to each other, get to know each other, exchange names, so you guys finally know who each other are. that type of stuff.
We do remember basically who we are. It's just that month or so
Exactly.
that
That 1 to 2
we're missing.
month, that 1 to 2 months is gone for you personally. And none of you knew each other before waking up. So,
Okay.
Do we actually have any means of making fake IDs?
I don't know.
Hold on. I mean, my whole thing is charlatan blending in fake
Fake IDs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like personal, but like, disguise. Oh yeah, I can use a disguise kit in one action.
Mhm.
As I have quick change.
I would say Tong's whole thing is fake persona.
Yeah. So let's see, I know how blending in. As far as I don't think I have anything in forgery specifically. I did have a oh wait, no, I do have a forgery kit. Never
Hey,
mind.
there you go. Yeah.
Straight up. Oh yeah, I can handle that.
So while you guys are traveling, what would you like to do? I imagine Tong, you're working on creating a forgery kit of some kind, or not creating a forgery kit, but creating like fake documents.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you?
I have fake names.
Bruce is going to go to Tong for paper.
Mhm.
And if he can get some, he is going to chronicle this journey.
Ooh, Chronicle.
Ooh, all right. I assume I have plenty of paper in a forgery kit of all things. I assume that's half of what a forgery
Yeah.
kit is: paper, ink, and wax,
Yes.
and of various stamps.
So, you guys are going through a tier 1 area, so you're looking at DC 12.
All right.
Grouse wants to chronicle. That's going to be kind of making notes of like local landmarks, making a map of the area. If you run into anyone, kind of making notes of like various customs, that type of thing. What are the race you guys want to do? You can
Menza
do
would like to cover tracks.
well. With the wagon, it's a little trickier. If you're on foot, you
Oh, I
can.
can't really do that. Okay.
Yeah, not with the
Okay.
wagon. That's
Um,
the one thing you can't do.
then do I do I actually need to get more materials for my healing salves, or is that just something I'm presumed to have?
Healing
Or is
salves. Between long rests, you can spend an hour to collect natural ingredients. So yeah, I mean, you can. Yeah. Consider
yeah.
like healing cells for you works kind of like an herbalism kit where yeah, you can
Ah,
restock it.
okay. Um, then instead I'm going to befriend an animal,
Okay.
because if it's spot, like, we can use it to spot danger.
Hmm.
So that's what I would like to do.
Okay.
Because maybe if we're being followed or whatever, the animal can tell us.
Right. And what about Ying?
Um, I'm thinking I like to use whatever. I like to make rope.
Okay.
So like whatever bed rolls that were left over and or materials that were just used as fill in materials, I'd like to like start putting the fibers together to make some like homemade rope just in case of emergency.
Hmm. It's like a crafting. Okay.
Yes.
Let me see here. So, Grouse, give me a. You were gonna do was a history check. Chronicle. Give me a history check. We're looking at DC 12.
Me?
Grouse.
Gotcha.
Nick A.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm just getting some food.
Mm-hmm. 9. Okay. Yeah, and you're not gonna find anything necessarily of note. So yeah. And you're like, it's one of those like you're just going down like kind of like, well, here's some grass and some more grass. That's a grass. Oh, that's a flower. More grass.
I just write down there is nothing in note on this road. No wonder nobody goes this way anymore.
Yeah. Tong, you're proficient with your disguise kit. That's good. Your forgery kit, rather. You're proficient with your forgery kit. Okay. Give me a. Give me an intelligence or wisdom check with a +2. Either one.
All right, let me see.
Actually, give me
Man,
intelligence
definitely
or
intelligence.
wisdom for you. Give me intelligence deception with a +2.
All right. Ooh, deception with a +2. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Intelligence.
I'm back.
There we go.
14. Okay. So Tong's gonna make like they'll pass most checkpoints. Basically, that's gonna set the DC for anybody checking. 14's not terrible.
All right. All right. So for our, our fake names, we got Grouch, Bling, Thong, and Mentos.
What about John Doe? I guess I'll take Mentos.
I would consider a 14 like
No, Mentos is mine.
I would consider a 14. It will pass most like cursory inspections. Like if you're at like a digital checkpoint, if somebody calls back and runs it through uh, the NCIS database, I don't know. It'd probably come back as fake, but it'll work well enough to pass uh, most cursory inspections.
Yes, my name is Mentos. My grandma named me after the mints she liked.
Ying, give me. Let's see.
You say that, you look at your ID, it just says MENTOES, one word.
Right.
Meanwhile, Groose is aggressively collaborating with Tong for revisions.
Ying, give me. Let's see.
Want to be Groucho?
Give me dexterity engineering. How's this rope coming along? 7. Okay. So you're like at least this first day. And I'll let you guys choose if you want to spend all 3 days doing these tasks, or if you just want to go for it.
Dang, I rolled pretty bad. Well, wait, is it based
7.
off my dexterity?
I said dexterity engineering.
I accidentally rolled deception.
I see that. 1 down from that. Is it a 7 or 17? Come on.
Did I roll deception again?
Yay! Well, you rolled deception.
Glitch. I'll just take the 5. Make it 10, I guess.
Take the 5. Oh, I was gonna say 17 plus 5.
I don't want to cheat. It feels like I just gave myself advantage.
Okay. Double click on your +5 just to make sure. I want to see if it might just be an error on the page or not. Or did you make sure that you're on the engineering and not deception?
Yeah, it's the thing. I just updated the game before, but it's the thing that when I clicked on it, it goes slightly above.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and see there, that's what did you click on there on deception?
If you were going off +5, because it was my dad's, I originally rolled a 5.
Okay. That's fine. So a 10. Okay. You're trying to make rope out of essentially the bedding. We'll say you're gonna make do this. You can make 10 feet of rope.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Not a ton, you know.
Better than no rope.
True. And Menzo, you said you're trying to befriend an animal?
Yep.
Let's see. You have a thing that lets you basically just do that.
Yeah, so I didn't know, like,
Let me
do
see.
I actually have to roll something or spend my skill or?
North
The
Riding.
rules are slightly different, but
Well, you have a thing that lets you basically do that. Befriending and feeding a medium or smaller beast of CR 1/8 or less. You guys are going through North Riding. It's mostly grasslands. Let me pull up some beasts. Let's see. Beasts. Grassland. What was it? 1/8 or lower?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I would imagine, a mole or a rat or something like that.
Give me an animal handling.
Okay.
You're still gonna be able to get something. I just want to see what I'm looking at. 19. Okay. You guys already have a mule, so Jane, give me a flat d20. I've got two of them here. You're gonna be able to befriend a poisonous snake.
Ooh.
Now it's just a tiny creature, but think of it like a copperhead or a water moccasin, that kind of thing, like a river snake.
Cool.
And that should have popped up for you.
Yep.
Yeah, little tiny poisonous snake. What
Hey,
it's
buddy.
got a bite. It deals one piercing damage, but it can poison somebody and deal an extra 2d4 poison. It's also good for like sneaking into little spots, and it's tiny, so it's super super tiny.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And we'll go with the wagon.
Goose sees him come back with that snake. He's just, what the hell is that?
This is my new buddy.
Why?
Because he can go tiny places and bite things.
Can you do that?
Well, not the tiny places. And besides, he is much more frightening than I am.
Hmm.
And then I'll just like hold it up to Grouse, like, yeah.
No.
See? Much more frightening.
I cannot argue with that. Please keep that to yourself.
Okay. And I'll wear it around my neck like a necklace, sort of.
Okay.
Almost like a scarf.
Yeah.
Day 2, clear. Oh. I see what it did. There's nothing on a 6. That's weird. Ba-da-ding. What was I looking for? I am looking for... It doesn't really do it. Ah, rolling grasslands. Tier 1. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh. Day 2, similar. You guys just kind of, as you guys are traveling along, uh, you're going through some general grasslands. I kind of poking up at one point there's it's weird. Like it's this really well manicured, like not manicured, this well maintained and trimmed shrubbery just along one side of the road.
Watch out. I heard this is where the Knights Who Say Knee hang out.
Goes for maybe 100 yards and then just stops. Just as soon as it like came up, and that's it. I mean, like a couple of you guys kind of poke up over the wagon, kind of look at us like, what? There's just this 100-yard shrubbery in the middle of nowhere along this old abandoned trail that you guys are on.
Can I fly up into the air and see if?
Yeah, I even like going up, like you fly up a little bit, kind of look around, like, what the heck? And there's nothing.
So there's nothing on the other side. There's...
Grasslands, yeah, wilds. It's a shrubbery in the middle of nowhere.
I am going to send Sir Noodle into the shrubbery to check it out.
Okay.
Go, Sir Noodle. Let me know. But not that I can talk to him, but you know.
Right. I think you got a little bit of like basic communication for it. Let me see.
Just because I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can find a mouse. Enjoy.
Poisonous snake noodle doesn't find anything. Not with a 4.
Oh well. Sorry you were not able to find it tasty.
Let's see. Unless you guys want to change tasks. What was I gonna say? Groose, give me another history check. And Ying, give me another engineering dex, I said. Yeah.
Right, can I swap to scout?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still deception. Wow. Add the +5 to it instead of the
We'll just
+2.
make it yeah, that's fine.
16.
So 16.
Give me one sec here. I'm gonna roll on the table till I find the sweet spot for engineering. That's deception.
Worst case is we can just have you roll a flat d20 because we know your modifier.
There you go.
On the sweet spot.
Engineering.
It's right next to insight.
Really?
God.
So it's down 2. Wow. Okay. Huh. I think I'll probably have to I'll have to log out and do an update on mine or something because I think you said you did yours.
I'll recheck my update. I'm pretty sure I updated it, but just in case I didn't, I'm gonna.
It's
do it after the
not a
fact.
big deal. Like I said, as long as we know your modifier, we can just always roll a flat d20 if we need to. So you're going to be able to make some hemp and rope.
As a sailor, you can never use rope's always helpful.
Groose. Ooh, Groose. Chronicle.
Sir Noodle ate my quill.
So that's a 1. It's critical failure. You can slip, fall, or otherwise bumble during the journey. The paperwork you were taking notes on is going to be destroyed. Relatively minor.
Oh no.
It's like, yeah, your journaling scrolls or the books you were writing in get destroyed. Like you spilled your ink across it.
Sir Noodle crept up on you and startled you.
Tong, what would you like to do? You don't have to do anything on your journaling or journeying activities.
I sure won't be doing anything tomorrow.
Tong?
Sorry. I guess make some adjustments as Grouse has suggested
Mm-hmm.
to my plan.
Okay. I'll give you the option to re-roll if you want to. You got a 14 for your fake IDs. If you're making your adjustments, you can potentially increase that.
You could
Now,
make it worse.
Here's the thing. If you roll a 1, your IDs are scrap. If you roll like a fail, it'll just stay at a 14 because you still get your 14. So you could potentially do better, or you could screw everything up. You got a 1 in 20 chance of screwing everything up, or making it better.
All right. I guess we don't have to be Groucho, Bling, Thong, and Mentos. So let's see. That was
Deception,
intelligence,
intelligence,
plus
and
2.
plus 2 because you are proficient with the kit.
Yeah.
22. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Hell yeah.
I'll have to think about it. I'll probably have to. It's like you're proficient with it. If we're doing both, maybe we'll add expertise or something instead next time. But that worked.
It's
You see
effectively
22
expertise.
figures. Yeah, pretty much. Because you're skilled in deception. So, but expertise die adding a d4 instead of a plus 2.
Oh yeah, level up expertise. Gotcha.
But 22 is better than a 14. There you go. Good. Jumping forward 3 squares. Doot, doot, doot. And final day. What do you guys want to do? You want to keep doing the same thing?
Oh,
Work on something new? Or do
didn't
nothing?
Do my scouting.
Oh, yeah. You want to do scouting. I apologize. Scouting. What was scouting? Let me see.
It's
perception. Yes. Give me a perception check. 16.
So while I'm up flying, looking at the hedge, I take a look around.
Mm-hmm. So, kind of looking around, you will get information about Crowley Hills, Lancashire. I imagine you probably fly up a little bit. You can probably just see the actual road, kind of the actual highway in the distance to your east.
Yeah, I think in particular, I'd sort of look behind us to see, can I see any evidence of us being followed? Maybe.
Oh, that reminds me. I almost forgot about that. 1 second here. I forgot to do a thing. So I'll have to do this twice. There's that. So, Menzo, you're gonna notice a few things. You'll kind of see the road in the distance of the ringwood. Got that. That's good. Where are my notes? 'Cause I know what it is. There it is. In the distance behind you, it looks like he's maybe a day's travel behind you. You're going to see a lone figure leading a horse.
Hmm.
From the distance, human? Or at least humanoid? Maybe half elf? Tough to tell from here. But you can kind of tell like they're on foot. They're leading this horse behind them. Uh, just kind of haggard appearance, kind of continuing pace along with you, following your tracks or following
Can
in
I
your
see
tracks.
if they're wearing like a uniform or something, or are
I would
they too
say
far away?
from this distance, it's too hard. They're too far to tell.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, like at most, you might be able to pick out like he's or whoever it is. They've got like a red cloak or cape,
Okay.
something like that, kind of flapping behind them. But yeah, it looks like they're day, half day, maybe a day behind you, depending on like if they would pick up.
Okay. So when I come back down, I'll let the others know.
Okay.
There is someone behind us. I cannot tell who, but it is only one. So, yeah, perhaps not a big deal.
Good to know regardless.
Yeah. Yes. If
Yeah.
it's only one, then
Mhm.
we should be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Day 3 will towards the end of the day. Day 3, you'll get into half point. Like I mentioned before, half point's kind of this. I think very much small town off the interstate by like an hour. You're in middle America here. Everybody kind of keeps their head down. And, like the most you get is the gentle head nods. Like, yep. But otherwise, nobody really bothers you. There's probably like a small general store where like you can kind of check in, do that type of stuff. I mean, like this place, there's there's a tavern, which I mean, like you might be able to rent a couple of rooms, but it'd be super small, almost like a closet kind of thing. But you guys have a choice. You can go, or like now, if I remember right, the plan was leave the wagon here, go off on foot. Now you have a choice.
That's what I tracked, and it was.
Mhm. You can head south, stay on the path. You can head south, hit the road, shoot over to Weirwood. When you're on the actual main road, it does increase your travel time, based like one step. So slow bumps up one. Uh, or you can go through the hills. Hills, you're less likely to encounter guards, things like that. But it's slower. No path.
I'd
You also have the option.
inclined to hills, but eh,
You also have the option, kind of as you're wrapping up the day in Half Point, if you wanted to do other stuff. Half Point is a tier 1 town, so you're still looking at DC 12. And dang it, I just noticed that Groose was supposed to have advantage because of the region on Chronicles. Dang it. Oh well. I had a note here for that. And I missed it.
Um,
Oh well.
Yeah. If you do stuff in Half Point, you do get an expertise dice, like a D4 or D6, on busking or robbing someone.
Hmm.
Because you're in an urban township.
So after I emphasized to Tong in this revision of identity forging that the name is Pero Grino. Let's see. I'm gonna look to Belden.
Mhm.
Have you ever been through here before? Is there anyone we can sell this to?
The wagon? I mean, yeah, we'd probably find a buyer. Yeah. Uh, let me head it. Let me head out. I'll see what I can find.
Very good.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
And he'll nod and he'll go find the rest of the party. As for how we continue, are we spending the night here?
it depending on the path we choose, perhaps it would be good to get a comfortable night's sleep before we leave,
yeah.
especially if we choose to go into the hills.
I
I'm
think we should make for
thinking-
Thornberry. It's an easier path for us. And also, people are much easier to reason with and deceive than whatever is in the hills.
Can I try doing a little gossip to see if I can, like, find out if the people in town have heard anything?
Sure.
Or know
Investigation or persuasion? Wisdom? Both?
Okay.
Don't we already know that it would take about a week for that word to spread through the region?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in general, you don't necessarily know if it's made it here yet, but
Yeah, and also just, is there anything else on the road that we should be concerned
right.
about? Like,
Yep.
just a general, like, how are the roads these days?
Mm-hmm.
Lots of cops, like 10
Mhm.
4, good buddy, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah.
22 with a critical success.
All
Okay.
men's love stalking.
I need to pull up something. Let me find it. Let's see. You're gonna find a couple of things. You're gonna get a boon / discovery.
Oh, cool.
So, Menzo's gonna make it in pretty tight with like the locals. So maybe like there's a cleric in town. He's looking like a level 1, level 2 cleric at best. Mostly, it's gonna be like almost like an herbalist. And essentially, Menzel's going to make it in super tight with the locals, and they'll offer like they'll give you a favor essentially. Like, they owe you a favor. Like maybe you helped out the herbalist. Like, oh yeah, don't like they were like certain their recent harvest, and like you found like there was a batch of like they misidentified mushrooms kind of thing. Like, oh no, those are poisonous ones, and yeah, they're gonna the local herbalist will owe you one while you're here. So you can call in a favor. What would you like?
Mm. Um. Would
In
we want
addition,
horses?
like word has not reached town yet of your word has not reached town yet of your group.
Would we want horses maybe to go from here to the next town and just, arrange to have them sent back to give us even more of a time edge?
I mean, they are looking for a group of 4 with a wagon and 1 horse. So, yeah.
Or we could have someone take the cart purposely to lead them astray. Like what we were talking about, but use that as our favor.
Like a distraction. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your choice. Do you want
I
horses
don't know.
or distraction?
What do folks think?
I'm thinking horses personally.
Horses would get us there faster.
Mhm.
I like
Yeah.
the whole idea of the con game. That just sounds fun. But like if we're being efficient, horses is better.
Okay.
And you can take
so
horses through
I'll
the
ask
hills
the-
if need be.
Yeah, but I understand the benefit of not,
Mhm.
not going up into the hills.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll ask if we can borrow horses to go to that next town, and then we'll send them back from there.
Okay.
I guess this is the way I would think about it. If we're gonna go through the mountains, then do the distraction and just walk through the mountains on foot. But if we're gonna not go through the mountains, then get the horses.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. Let's do
So
it.
yeah,
Horses.
between Belton selling off the wagon and Menzo getting a favor from the herbalist, yeah, you guys will be able to get 4 horses and a little bit of gold.
Sweet.
Belton would come back. He's basically got minus his cut. He's got 80 gold for you guys.
Cool.
20 gold each. There you go.
Outstanding.
And wagon and rummy nose are gone.
Fairly well, noble steed. In that case, Bruce isn't going to have anything else to do here except maybe pray before we leave.
Okay. Let's see. Give me a. Oh yeah, pray. There it is. Give me a religion check.
Happily.
12. Ooh.
Double digits. This is progress.
It is, yeah. The DC is a 12. You're on a tier 1 town.
Yeah.
So you're going to gain an expertise die on the next ability check you make in kind of Crawley Hills or Lancashire. So basically, until you get to the Weirwood, or until you get like if you take the road and you go to Lincolnshire, once you make it to the next town, that'll be over.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it'll be a D4.
Was it? I think my character would probably be doing is looking for supplies. So I'm not even sure if we have money for supplies. But I know he wants to get
We
a
have 20
Hmm?
what would be called a blow dart gun. You know the
Oh yeah, okay.
and he'd probably before he goes out ask the group if there's anything that they think they would need.
A blowgun. That's what it is.
Cruz doesn't have anything.
And Tong, do you want to do anything while you're in town?
Just want to see because might we be familiar with the general like area before we woke up? You know, like do I know anything about like the region in general,
Uh,
or are we in like a completely unfamiliar area?
hmm.
Because if not, I'd like to go around like pretty much just collect any rumors or random things I can about the weird wood and random witch name.
Mm-hmm.
And
Granny Appleseed.
possibly the guard and their kind of influence. Like it's like the guy who's chasing us. That whole faction influence. Basically those two things are the main thing he's looking at.
Hmm. Feels like another gossip chick.
Yeah.
So
That is-
investigation or persuasion.
Well, it's going to be persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
14.
Hey.
Okay. So you'll learn. Excuse me.
Yeah, let's just look into what he's running from and what he's running to.
So, most notable, kind of asking around, like getting questions about the local area, that type of stuff. That Smuggler's Trail, they'll confirm. Like it's got very, very light use. It's mostly overgrown, but it does head south towards. Um, I forgot what the town's name was now. Dang it. But it heads south towards the next town. You'll also learn there's a cleric, kind of like a traveling cleric. He'll go town to town for healer work, that type of stuff. But it's rumored he's got essentially like a camp or almost like a lodge set up in the hills to the west of Half Point, kind of out in Crawley Hills. And they'd let you know. Basically, it's thought to be. Let me see. Roughly in that area, kind of almost along like that blue line.
Okay, that's definitely something I'd let the group know about. Like if we're what we know about the road south and also that possible pit stop in the hills.
Mm-hmm. Now that cleric is always like he's not like a hermit. Like he's always dressed fairly nice. So if he's out there, there's probably something good out there, or if that place is out there. No one in town's actually been there, but they're pretty sure. There's probably like that one drunk guy at the tavern. It's like I've been there once a long time ago.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Was it? I guess while Ying was doing the errand to get stuff, if he happened to found any like dead things alongside the road, he might be collecting them,
Mm,
dead rats or something like that.
okay. Give me give me survival. Which for you I think is just a straight wisdom check.
Yeah, +1.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I didn't see it. 11. Okay, so Ying's not gonna find much. Like that's probably one of those like you see a dead rat on, or like a either roadkill or like a dead critter or something like that on the road. But like as you start to go get it, like Hawk comes down, scoop.
Yeah, I didn't
Dang it.
expect to find anything. That's just like a, just in case. You know what?
Yeah.
We can use this just in case we find it. Ah, darn it.
And are you guys resting in town? I imagine so. It's towards the end of the day, but you know, up to
Yes.
you.
I would imagine so.
Okay, so resting in town. You get a nice long rest in what's called a haven. Um, as you guys develop, instead of exhaustion, it's fatigue and strife. So mental and physical exhaustion. None of you have it. You didn't do a hard pace or anything. You get rid of those by resting in a haven or in like a safe point. You can't just rest out in the wild or in a dungeon. It's not safe enough. But you do all those, get nice and relaxed. Waking up the next day. Waking up the next day, there's going to be going out to get your horses. Menzo, remember that figure you saw?
Uh-huh.
You're going to see that figure coming into town next morning, kind of like as you're getting your horses ready, that type of stuff, getting your stuff packed up. And you're kind of looking over, you're going to see that figure kind of leaning against this horse. He's going to kind of look up to you. Very clearly, human male, haggard. Like, he hasn't really taken notice of you. Like he hasn't noticed who you are. And he's gonna kind of stand up a little bit and start kind of trudging towards you. Excuse me, travelers. I just got into town. If you have a water skin to spare, and he's gonna start to look up, and you're gonna see a recognition spark in both in his eyes, and like as he looks up, you'll recognize this is Captain Tariq.
Oh shit.
Um, just filthy. His cape is kind of tattered. It looks like it probably got caught in some brambles and stuff on his way. He's been making this trip in full body armor. And he's going to look up.
Oh.
You
Time
zealots!
to go. Time to go.
Bruce has already stepped forward to put himself at the forefront of the group, and when there is recognition back and forth, he's going to step forward and reach to grab the hand that is, I presume, reaching for his weapon.
Yeah, there's very much like he's got like a great sword kind of cross-slung behind him, so like he's kind of like starting to reach behind for this handle. So yeah, he very much kind of like I imagine like that kind of grab the elbow and forearm kind of thing. It's like no.
Mhm.
And he's still just, I'll see you hang for what you did to my sister.
You are very much mistaken, Captain. What you think
Ooh.
happened did not happen.
Hmm.
I I would ask how'd you find that hidden passage, anyways?
Explain yourself quickly. He's just like, you can kind of see like that fire in his eyes. Let me see something. I gotta check. Bruce. Okay, you wouldn't notice it. Menzo and Ying, you guys would both notice like he's mostly posturing. Like the anger and the rage is he's mostly posturing. He's still like you can see he is physically just exhausted. Like he probably marched through the night to get here.
Okay. So you think we killed your sister? We did not. We were we were out of brain, no. Out of mind, yes. We were out of our minds. Something stole our minds. That insect thing. It also killed your sister. And then do we still have the stinger?
I think so.
And
I
we're
think
gonna
Menzo took it, didn't she?
yeah.
We did.
Someone has it. And
Someone's got it.
we'll show him the stinger and say, this is what killed her, not one of us. Please, we do not want to hurt someone who clearly cares about his sister, but
The first
that was
thing
not
we saw,
something we did.
the first thing we saw upon coming back to ourselves was your sister on the ground next to that creature. And she told us we are free. We owe her
He saved
debt.
us.
The two of you together, give me persuasion. And like Tong and Ying, if you're getting in the conversation as well, you guys can too.
Does my
Oh,
expertise die apply to this?
Yes. I think I've already got it on your. Yeah, it looks like it's already got it on your thing.
Okay, cool.
So it should automatically roll a d4. If not, we'll just manually do it.
Fuck me.
okay. Have you changed your dice color? That's what I did. Come on, man. You know how this
Ouch.
works.
Right? Okay.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I can also use that thing I have. What is that thing?
I don't know that you
I
can.
have some skill
Your
that
inspiration thing?
lets me um double talk, ingenious double talk.
That requires you have
Uh
inspiration.
oh,
Yeah. That's one of the few abilities
well,
you have that is not a long rest or a daily read.
okay. So only when I have inspiration I can use
Correct.
that.
Yep.
Okay. Oh well.
Now, it was like a mini group check. So, as long as you both passed it, you passed. Or as long as one of you passed it, you passed. So, let me check the other guys.
And Tong is not the best in good faith negotiations. He doesn't have skill in persuasion, but deception and intimidation.
That's the other two options too: is lie about their circumstances, the deception, threaten him to back off with intimidation.
It's like we're not going either of those routes, so I'm gonna just stand there with my arms folded.
Yeah, somehow, like screwing with him just feels bad, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are gonna see like he almost starts to he kind of wavers. Like he won't necessarily draw his weapon. He'll kind of he'll release his grip on the sword.
What if we leave him the armor, the weapons? Like the armor and the hammer. Be like, just have it. We don't need it.
We're gonna see.
I don't know. Has some form of
And well,
grieve here. You can grieve.
Well, let's see what happens here.
and that's one of those, like I was gonna say. It's like he will kind of lower his he'll release the grip on the sword, and you can still hear like that tiredness is gonna kind of come back into his voice. It's easy for you to say that everyone's responsible for their own actions, but if you have any proof, you guys said you were digging out that stinger, right? Or
Yeah.
pulling it out of a pack
Yes.
to present it.
Yeah.
And he would kind of look at it. And Bruce, you've got that armor tied to your pack. It's under a cloak first, but it is on your pack. Oh.
Yes. And when
Seeing
Menzo was
that-
presenting,
Yeah, seeing that stinger, he would say, "Then why was she? Why was she stripped down?"
and that's when Bruce is going to let go of the captain's arm and remove his pack. And he is going to unhook the armor from his pack. And as he's getting it out, we didn't know where we were, how far down below ground we were. My intent was to take the armor and the weapon. When I saw the sigil, I thought perhaps I could find whoever this belonged to and present it to a next of kin. Unfortunately, circumstances complicated matters. But I know you to be her brother, and I would have you take her effects. And he is going to present the armor and the warhammer. And if you will note, the breach in the armor was made by that stinger, not by any of the weapons we wield.
Yeah, and you'd see him kind of looking back and forth between like the stinger, kind of like mentally mapping it. Yep. Okay. Yep. Well, from the sounds of it, at least she died with honor, freeing those imprisoned.
He would not be alive were it not for her.
Very well. And he'll kind of take the warhammer and kind of place his hand on the armor. Do you know of any other individuals or creatures with this group? You mentioned being enslaved. Out of your mind.
The last thing we remember before waking up was heading for a village far from here. We don't remember anything in the 2 months intervening. We are hoping to find someone who can correct that.
We did
Well.
see skeletons in the underground that were made living, I suppose.
Yes,
But we did not see other creatures.
Yes, the ancestors. So long as no one defiles their area, they're allowed to pass. I will head back to Northminster. I'll send word for the manhunt for you to end. For now. However, should I find any reason, any doubt in your story, I will find you. Are we clear?
You will find none.
Very well. I wish you luck in recovering your memories.
Safe travels to Northminster, Captain.
Be advised, it will take me some time to return. And more for word to spread. Be careful.
We shall.
And with that, he's going to set about essentially packing up that equipment and heading to the tavern to get some sleep.
Well, that makes things easier.
Now you still have. So now you guys know that within like another week, there will be like within the next week, there's going to be a wave of wanted posters, followed by posters coming down. So now, which way you guys want to go?
So now, explain again what the rumor was about the thing in the mountains. Or in
The thing in
hills?
Crawley Hills, there is essentially like a cleric that kind of travels to like smaller towns, stuff like that. Helps out the healers, that type of stuff. It's rumored that he has essentially like a cabin of some kind or like a retreat kind of in the hills. And the old drunk guy at the tavern said, "Hey, he's got some good shit out there."
Mm,
He's got like real connection to his deity stuff out there.
yeah, but then we'd be stealing from him or to buy it from him.
Negotiating with him.
Yeah. Potentially, if he's there. Yeah.
Hmm.
If we had an idea beyond somewhere in the hills, then I'd be more enthusiastic about that.
I mean, part of
Well,
the
we
rumor,
have,
like,
like, a-
it lets you know, like, essentially what hex it's in. Basically, the center of that hex.
Oh, so it's just the one hex.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
a 5 mile area. Like,
I
once
see.
you get there, you'd be able to find it. At most, you might have to spend a day, but you'd be able to find it.
Okay.
It's not just like it's in the Grey Forest. I mean, that's 100 square miles. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I am interested in healing.
It is also much more probable that we will require healing in the first place if we go through the hills.
Hmm. Um, and did you say that it was okay to take the horses into the hills? Like it's not so
Yeah.
steep?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't take the wagon, but you can take the horses.
Okay. Ying, Tong, do you have strong feelings one way or the other?
We should probably just take the road. Because if we have horses, we might as well get as much flat ground as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like with the conversation you guys had with the captain, that we have some temporary relief from people straight trying to kill us. So we
Oh,
can still do the whole fake ID thing, but there's going to be less of a heat level on us.
Eventually, there will be.
will be later after he gets
Yeah.
back to town and tells people, and then they send word out to the people who are already out of town.
Mm-hmm. So you
I
still have
can't-
to worry about the roadblocks currently, but
we have fake IDs for that.
yeah,
Yes, we do.
yes.
Oh, and I should have clarified this. I'm sorry. You know how
No
we had all those spears? I want to keep one. I wanted to keep one of those spears from the wagon when they
Okay.
threw spears at us.
Mhm.
Uh, I would just at this point I would say let's go the main road. Maybe we can catch some rumors about what's going on in town on the way there.
I'm down for whatever, really.
Between the fake IDs and people who are supposed to be good at talking their way out of situations, I think we should be okay taking the road.
Sure.
Okay, let's go then.
Okay. So head into the road. And what pace did you guys want to go at?
Uh,
Now, you guys have horses, so you can potentially gallop. You're not as worried about being tracked, at least not by Captain Tariq.
or at least we can go, what is it, fast mounted?
Uh-huh. Now you can do you can still go to slow, which has no penalties, gets you 3 hexes. You can do it at a normal pace, which gets you 5 hexes and picks up your pace a little bit, but you can't stealth. Or you can go to fast pace, which is going to get you a full 6 hexes, but you can't stealth and you'll have disadvantage, like if somebody's going to try to sneak up on you.
Yeah, but that means that we would be to that town in
Way
one
faster.
day, basically, right?
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah, you'd make it to Lancaster in a day. Lancaster?
Whatever
Thornbury.
that
Thornbury, yeah.
Thorn.
Lancashire. Lanarkshire. I don't like the name of that county. Lanarkshire.
Especially when it's Lanarkshire.
Yeah. I have a county here locally, which is actually Lancaster.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like my brain's going to the wrong one. So we're looking at
I would go for fast.
Go
Like
for
not
fast?
normal,
Yeah.
not gallop, but
Mhm.
fast.
Yeah, at least a
Sure.
Thornbury, I think. That might be a good
Yeah.
idea. Bruce isn't seeing shit anyway, so
Well, now that
I
you
have
know
a
you
decent
have
perception.
advantage.
I have a +3 to my perception.
Yeah, I got a -1. That's why I'm saying I'm not seeing shit under any circumstance. So -5 doesn't bother me at all.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So Garus is rocking a -6 on his passive.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, packing up and doing a fast pace down to next town.
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
Yep,
4,
yep.
5, 6. Get you all the way there. Along the way, anything you guys want to do?
You think I could extract any of the poison from that stinger for like poisonous tips for my blow dart for my dart gun?
Give me. Give me survival with disadvantage.
I don't think I got it, but I rolled.
A 7. I'm gonna say like you're not gonna necessarily be able to extract very much, at least nothing usable. But you also don't poison yourself, so that's good.
I'll take that.
I think I'll try my hand at praying again. That seemed to work out well last time.
Okay. Give me a religion. As you're on the road. 20.
Ooh,
Soft
yeah.
20. Yeah.
Nice. Finally.
So Bruce will get again the what you call it? Nope, not that one. Effects. Wow, I got a lot in there. I just want expertise die. Is it on a skill? It's on a skill, right? Yeah. I got a bunch in there. Wow. 1d4. If that's a perception or a stealth, let me know because you would have a d6 on those instead.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Anything else y'all want to do? Menzo, Ying, Tong?
I'm gonna try a hunt and gather.
Okay. Yeah, because you guys only have 30 rations now for 6 days of travel.
Yeah.
Hunt and gather. Let me see. What is that? Give me a survival check.
Yeah.
9. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to be able to find very much useful. I mean, like you guys are traveling at such a high pace. You know.
Yeah, we're going too fast, really.
Yeah.
Okay. It's worth a shot.
Ying or Tong? Again, you don't have to. Just let me know if you don't want to.
Not have anything going on that I can think of.
Okay. Ying? Okay. Getting to not the Weirwood. Where is it at? Thornbury. That's what it is. Now, Thornbury is a little different than Half Point. Thornbury is a lower tier. It's a tier 0. But you guys are going to have to multitask. Kind of keeping a low profile. Distracting people, like using your fake IDs, that type of stuff. So you're going to get a +3 to your DC. You're going to go from a 10 to a 13 on anything you want to do. Are we just blasting through town? At most, stay the night and get out?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Is there anything of interest in the town?
Thornbury's where Half Point is kind of like a middle America an hour outside the city kind of thing. Thornberry is not a bustling town, but it's kind of like it's that small town on the interstate. It's got the gas station and the McDonald's and stuff like that. Like there's probably a higher presence of guards. You're probably like as you're getting here, you're probably just hearing the first whispers that like something happened up in something happened up in Northminster. You've been on the road now 4 days, so there's probably just the first whispers of something happened up there, but they don't have the posters quite yet.
Okay, so then we'll stay at the Motel 6, like
Kinda,
right on the
yeah.
edge of town.
Uh
You
huh.
know, the one by the airport.
Make sure you get the murder room, like the one at the end of
Exactly.
the hallway next to the stairs,
Yep.
just in case you got
Um,
to run. Yeah.
Gris will try and engage in some local rumor gathering
Okay.
for gossip, just to see like what might be worth knowing on the
Mhm.
road ahead in what's it called, Hengistbury
Mhm.
and the Weirwood. So we're gonna go persuasion on that one.
Sure.
Cool. 12.
12. So you're not going to find out very much. A lot of what you're going to find out is basically like I said, like there's just the beginning kind of whispers. Like, did you hear about that? Like, I heard someone died. And then there's like the conflicting stories of like it was the mayor. No, it was Captain Tariq. No, like the cultists have taken over the city. No, they killed all the cultists. Just
I
something
heard a bunch of
happened.
chickens blew up. Shut up, you stupid idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Chickens don't blow up. Come on, get over. Whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Like a lot of conflicting reports, but like you know enough that it's like, oh, they're starting to hear about what happened. It won't take long, like another day or two,
Hmm.
and guards will probably be swarming town. Uh, Posters will be getting put up, that type of stuff.
Okay,
But that's about all you're gonna find out. So,
gotcha.
but it is another haven, so you'll be able to rest up. Anything else you guys want to do before you head out?
E.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Nah, I'm just keep a low profile kind of a mindset right now.
Right. And with a DC 22 for your fake IDs, yeah, you're going to be able to make it through pretty much everything. How many days do you want to spend to get to Weirwood? Because, like, do you want to get to Weirwood the same day, or you just want to take a break, like, take your time getting there, or not? Because you're only like a day, maybe day and a half away.
Hmm.
Day and a half if you took your time.
Because now we're on the main road, right?
Exactly. Main road,
I
you
mean, fine
basically get
to
to, like,
slow down to normal, but
mhm,
just because I don't want to draw attention by going too fast. You know what I
mhm,
mean?
right.
Hmm. So choosing a normal pace on a road like this would essentially be the same as traveling fast.
Yeah,
Okay.
but, like, without the
Um.
penalty.
Gotcha.
And that's probably
Yeah,
not the right thing that it's supposed to be, but that's what we're going to go with for this campaign. So,
makes sense to me.
That makes sense. Yeah, let's not be too suspicious.
okay. So, zip all the way over to Weirwood.
Oh,
Yo.
We'll remove pointers. So, you're going to get to the Weirwood.
and find out what Granny has to say.
Mhm. So in the Weirwood, this is a tier 1 region. This is your last chance if you guys want to do something on the road on your way here. Let me see what the weather's like. Clear weather.
I will pray one more time because I'm a paladin and that is my gimmick. I'm a herald and that is my gimmick now.
Okay, go for it.
I guess I would like to try the poison one more
boy!
time.
That is a critical success. What did you want to do, Ying? I'm sorry.
Same thing, poison. Assume a roll at disadvantage.
Well, you don't have the stinger. Oh no, you do have the stinger, don't you? That's right. Give me. Let me see.
Last roll I did was just disadvantage survival.
Give me medicine or nature. We'll do a harvest check for you, I guess.
Medicine and or nature. All right, I'm going to do medicine because I have +1 in that.
Okay.
Oh boy, I can't roll to save my life today.
Well, that's a 7. So again, you're not gonna be able to recover anything.
Oh
That
darn.
said, Gruus, you're gonna get a boon. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Starter boons. Oh, this is nice. Give me a flat d20.
Okie doke.
A 7. You guys along the along the road, you're gonna meet a traveling caravan. Yeah, and they're gonna travel with you. They'll exchange meals with you, so you're not gonna have to worry about encounters on the road. You're not gonna have to worry about food. Let me pull up an NPC here real quick. Get a table. There it is. Followers. And a teamster is gonna exert B. Okay. A teamster is also going to offer to travel with you if you want. Basically, he'll be able to keep a handle on your animals, stuff like that.
And then it's like we're traveling in a group, so it's no longer a group of 4 people traveling, it's a caravan traveling.
Yeah. And you're traveling with this caravan, so you don't have to worry about food, like I said, the whole way. Food's all covered. And in addition, let me see. The entire party gains an expertise die on their next ability check made in this region.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited that Gruus has a retainer now. This is excellent.
One day. Next roll. Burp. 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 And burp. And Gruus, you have a follower. He's a teamster. Let me find him.
Menzu will hold up Sir Noodle and say, "Both of us have companions now."
Now this guy's inexperienced. He's just a young one. But he's pack handler, so you're not having to worry about him too much. He's not going to do a done for you just yet, but he'll be able to take care of your horses for you. No problem.
Okay. Very cool.
Mechanically, you guys can always hire followers. And an inexperienced follower is, I think, 500 gold, but it's like a one-time thing. And there's like apothecaries, bodyguards, healers, uh, all kinds of stuff. You could even hire somebody just to carry a torch for you. And every type of follower has like a little thing that it can do. They all only have like one hit point, so like one hit and they're dead. But still,
So they're basically like human familiars.
yeah, kind of, yeah. They don't participate in combat unless you specifically say, "I want this guy in combat." But like, if you were to hire a bodyguard, let's see, a bodyguard follower, only once when you would be reduced to 0 hit points, the bodyguard takes the damage instead and dies in the process. Or you could like hire a seasoned or an expert bodyguard, and they'd be able to take more damage, or they'd be able to take a normal hit for you. Healers can heal. I think it's like a D8, something like that, once a day. Yeah, they're just fun little things. I want to say the martial class, like as a class feature, they start to get followers of their choice along the way, and they have a choice of like you can get a new follower, you can get a second follower, or you can level up a follower. You do that kind of type of stuff. It ends up being pretty cool. But yeah. Groose is a follower. Yay!
Yay!
Anything else you guys want to do along the way? Otherwise, we'll jump into meeting Granny Appleseed.
Yay!
Yay.
Any
me.
Appleseed. Stay away from the fireballs. You never know what could happen.
Granny Appleseed. So, Belton's going to kind of lead you guys here. You'll be able to find it. It's like, okay, well, back over here. He's kind of lead you out into the woods because he's been here before. And you're going to smell her cottage long before you reach it. But it is emanating this just enchanting aroma of freshly baked apple pie. And as you come into this clearing, you're going to see this rustic, kind of tidy looking hut with this little white picket fence kind of around it. It looks like it's got a little bit of like ivy kind of growing up over the fence. I mean, the fence is only barely waist high. And surrounding the fenced yard around her home are several wild apple trees. And most of them look like they're bearing fruit, even though it's not apple season. And as you guys kind of start to approach this fence, like the little gate on this fence, you're going to see this kind of elderly, fairly plump human woman emerge. She's got this kind of frilly apron on, exceptionally clean. Looks like she just soaked it in bleach and pulled it out. Pure white. She's got this laurel around her head of apple flowers. Her nose is kind of crooked and a little lumpy. And a lot of her teeth look like they have gaps in between them. It's a very mixed messages on what she looks like. Hello. Faces, old or new. Hey, come in. I've just put some pie in the oven. The kettle will be boiling in just a minute. Come, make yourself at home. She's gonna beckon you all to join her inside.
Groose will follow.
Sure. Pie,
Yep.
pie. Menzo loves pie.
Hmm.
And she'll, as you kind of come in, she's like, well, what can I do for you? It's so rare that we get out of towners in, let alone here for me. And the whole time, like, she's pulling this pie out of the oven and cutting slices and getting tea ready.
Our friend told us that you might be able to help us find out who we are. we have all been, oh, what did he say? Brain
We've-
laundered?
We've lost our memories.
Brain laundered, yeah.
Yeah. Belton probably chime up a little bit. Like, oh, yeah, like they said, I lost the memories. I woke up a few days ago and didn't remember. What did you guys say it was? Last 2 months? Month?
2
Month and
months.
6
Month and
weeks?
a half.
1 month. Long time. We were traveling here the last we remember. Well, not here, the town. Hengist. That place.
And
But somehow we ended up in North, what was the
Northminster.
other one called? Northminster.
Yeah.
And we woke up there.
And like as you're talking and giving her this story, like she's picked up this tray of cookies. Looks like ginger snaps, and is just kind of going to each of you. Cookie, you want a cookie? There you go. And then she'll
Cookie.
come back around, like still as you're talking, with like hot cups of tea. It's almost like an apple cider tea with like a little stick of cinnamon kind of sticking up off of it. Oh, that is very interesting. Kind of strange. Memory loss, you say? Well, I might be able to help you. I think I actually have the perfect recipe for your predicament. Good old herbal quiche. And provide you the lock and key for your issue. She's gonna pick up this spoon from a honey pot. I imagine it's a little bit bigger than like a double fist. This honey pot. She's gonna kind of stir it around a little bit. Like as she's kind of stirring this and talking, you're gonna see these threads of sugar kind of float out of this honey pot and into the air. She's kind of speaking. To set your lost memories free, you must bring me these ingredients 3. A sun inside the sea, found in the lee. A coin you can eat, sometimes new and sometimes sweet. And what all soldiers need, but is hollow and empty. My backyard or forest, go out and seek, to help create the lock and key.
Okay.
So she gave you a riddle. She needs 3 ingredients. Bring her these 3 ingredients. Now, I got 2 ways you can do this. Feel free to play out your character. If you don't think your character would know at all, by all means. If you don't know, you can make an insight or a nature check. And we can see if your character knows.
I feel like riddles are more wisdom based, so
Sure.
both player and character are at a loss here.
Yeah, I'm pretty at a loss here.
Menzo's sort of tilting his head back and forth. A sun inside the sea. Is that an egg?
Is that lay? Lea lay?
Lea.
Lee.
Yep. Inside the
Lee.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
Yeah, I'd
Menzo is
say
asking her, is the sun inside the sea an egg?
Oh, and she's gone back to like puttering in the kitchen and doesn't seem to be paying you any mind.
Oh, well, and Menzo will shrug. I think sun, yellow, sea, kind of foamy white, whatever, like egg.
And yeah,
And you find them hidden where the chickens go.
I would say
I
like
like it.
insight wisdom or a nature intelligence.
Okay.
Before Groose does that,
Mhm.
he hasn't touched the tea or the cookie yet.
Mhm.
Something about that part of the delivery stuck out to him, and he would like to use divine sense to determine if anything here is an aberration or undead.
Let me see. Nope. You're not picking it up. You're not hitting the pings. Nothing.
We'll mark that off.
Oh shit.
I wouldn't even necessarily charge you the use of it. 'Cause, like I say, it's you always have it kind of like as an AOE. It's just like if you need
Oh,
to
that's right.
narrow it down.
That's right.
You've also got like going in. If you wanted to change that before you got into town, essentially, you could.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I think going into a place called the Weirwood, I
Mhm.
think he would have been a little more interested in the presence of Fey and elementals and aberrations and undead.
Sure.
So
We'll set it to
if
Fey and Elementals. Yeah.
if you think that's reasonable, then he would have said that before we
Sure.
got here.
That's fine. Yeah, you're like as you're in this hut, you are very much picking up. There is Fey here.
Okay.
Oh, she is
It's
nice.
you don't know necessarily if it's her or not, but you know there is Fey here. Now, if you wanted to
And
use
Mentu
it,
is absolutely drinking the tea and eating as many cookies as she'll let him have.
oh yeah, yeah. As long as you're sitting there, there's like this tray is just full of cookies. They
Is there
taste.
You
These
mentioned
cookies
pie.
taste amazing. These cookies are.
You mentioned pie. Pie. You said?
So we are going to activate that use of divine sense to narrow
Okay.
this down.
You could use it. Okay, so you know the location, number, and type of any creatures you shoot of your chosen types within 30 feet. Yeah, Granny Appleseed is Fey. She is absolutely Fey.
Okay.
Um, and let me see. Save, advantage. She makes a Wisdom save. If her CR is higher than your level, okay, it is. You're level 2. I'm going to say a 24 beats your DC. Okay.
Just
You don't necessarily learn her identity, but you do know she is Finn.
Yeah, so as Menzo starts inquiring about pie, Gris is going to snap an arm out and grab Menzo's arm and promptly lead them outside.
Why? There was cookies and pie.
And it is just like it
Very good
smells
cookies. Assume pie
heavenly.
is good.
Apple pie. Yeah.
What did I miss?
As he's leading Menzo out, he is nodding for the others to follow. This is not a
Oh.
casual gesture.
We are not being rude. I promise. We are looking for items.
No need at all, dear. Go find your item. Find the ingredients. We'll make your quiche. We'll get we'll work on getting your memories back.
Okay.
Once outside, Grus is going to speak up again. This is a fake creature. We must be careful.
Yes, we are in Weirwood. Of course, very fake creature.
And Belton would
But
chime in.
make
Well,
very good cookies.
yeah, like she said, it's the Weirwood. It's Faye and
I mean, I know, eat fake food, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
Menzo is just like, whatever.
Gruz is just staring at them, dumbfounded.
Yeah, Ian's out of his element. He's a sailor, so he's like, fey creature.
Oh,
You mean like mermaids?
Like creatures that make deals and bargains to keep you forever.
Now listen here. Like I
Ah.
said, my cousin came here and they didn't keep him, so they fixed his. She fixed his head. Rather, she
What
didn't,
was
he's
but
wrong
trade
with his head?
her things. She gives us potion. That is
Yeah.
trade.
exactly.
Be careful. Do not take gifts.
It's not gift. It's trade.
The cookies and the pie and the tea are gifts, unless you are paying her for them.
Ha! I will take 1 gold piece and stick it under her stoop. There, I have trade.
I need to see something for Belton. Like the whole time you're
Ah!
saying this, Belton is sitting there with like a handful of
Oh.
like ginger snaps, just.
What do you mean? Not eating the baked goods. I would never eat the baked goods. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, oh, oops.
Yeah. No, legit Menzo would have just stuck a gold piece like under her stoop, going, "Yep, paid for mine."
I know about technicalities.
That's
I
not
mean,
how.
I know. I should not be so mean to you. You are trying to help us. We should be careful, yes. But if we want memories back, we must perform requested function, yes? I'm turning a little too Yoda, but you know.
Yeah. A
So
coin.
long as
you
that is a
can-
deal we agree to, and nothing more.
Okay. So just to go back a bit, both Tong and I rolled pretty good. Tong better than me.
oh
Can
yeah,
we
the
figure out
nature.
at least
Sorry.
part of
yeah.
Oh yeah, let me roll in.
Yeah, I have no idea with these riddles.
Good job.
Has a player and has a character.
Yeah, if you want to say it as a character, like your character would absolutely not, you can say that. That's fine.
Oh, I don't even know has the player, so definitely not has a character.
Okay.
Yeah. Menzo,
So,
is very into riddles, I would say.
so kind of together, you guys are going to be able to figure out. You're pretty sure the sun inside the sea, found in the Lee, is probably a robin's egg.
Oh, birdie egg, yes.
And
You were
let's
right with
see.
egg.
Tong, we'll say Tong figures. You're going to figure out that what all soldiers need, but is hollow and empty. It's a tough one, but like for whatever reason, like all soldiers need food, but it's hollow and empty. See, this will sound weird. A morel mushroom.
Oh,
Okay.
my mind was going towards a rut sack.
Since morels are generally hollow inside. Yeah.
Okay.
And Groose, a coin you can eat. Coins are minted. Sometimes it's new, sometimes it's sweet. I mean, a sweet mint or a new mint. Mint? Kind of a play
Okay.
on words of it. So you're looking for robin eggs, mint, and some morel mushrooms.
Okay.
And she said,
So
yeah, you
can
go find
we?
it in her garden or in the forest or whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay, so we go looking for them.
Going out, give me investigation or perception as you're looking for the stuff. I imagine you guys are kind of like splitting up trying to find it too. So
Yeah,
Ugh.
Gruce will lobby for the robin's egg.
Yeah.
And he will remove his armor for the purpose so that he can actually fly.
right.
It says performance, but my modifier is +3, so 16.
Oh, that's more familiar.
Perception. So we'll just add a 1 to that. So a 16 and a 13. Okay.
So I have to do skills that are 2 down. Then
Yeah.
in that case,
I mean, like I said, as long as we know your modifier, we can figure that out. So, you guys, Ying is going to be able to get one of these ingredients. Whichever one you want, Ying. Eggs, mint, or mushrooms.
since he's a whole thief kind of character, I would imagine the money one sounds good to him. So the mint,
Okay.
because there's a coin in the riddle. He's like, ooh, money.
Right. DC to find the stuff was a 15. Mhm.
Can I argue for advantage if I use Sir Noodle to go looking for the robin's egg on the theory that snakes like eating eggs?
Hmm. Let me see.
Because snakes and mushrooms doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but
True.
snakes do often eat eggs. So,
Mhm.
and a robin's egg might be small enough for Sir Noodle to eat. So,
Sure, I'll let you re-roll it.
okay. What did I actually roll? Perception. Okay. Ah!
4.
Sir Noodle just
Well,
eats
you
it.
re-rolled it, so you got that.
Ooh, that's rough.
Ah, well. Noodle, no, no, no. This is very important. And I'll just
Yeah, I never would have guessed those riddles.
It was a bit of a like the coin one. I could probably figure out. The soldiers need mushrooms would have been.
that one.
That feels
I
like a
wouldn't have
reach. Yeah.
I was thinking like a hollow tree, like a shield kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking maybe arrows, like
I see it.
they need like
Maybe?
quivers, so
Yeah.
like they fill the quivers with arrows. So you go to the forest to find the wood to make the arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And like a water skin.
Yeah,
So
but egg is always the answer in these things.
almost,
If
yeah.
if it ever says anything about gold, it's always an egg.
Yeah.
So you guys will be able to find some mint. You can't quite find like robin eggs. Like you're not sure where the mushrooms are growing at, that kind of thing. But if you were to bring that back to Granny,
We know the answers. We just could not find them.
that is excellent, excellent work, dearie. We will certainly add these to the quiche. Well, you didn't find everything, but I can. And she'll kind of like look around like her pantry. So it's like I think we can backfill a little bit. Won't be quite as tasty, but still effective. Okay. And she'll take that mint and kind of mix it in with the quiche, pop it in the oven. About 20, 30 minutes, she'll pull these quiches back out. And they're almost like the little mini pizzas, like the personal pizzas you used to get at like Pizza Hut. And they're these little quiches about that size. And she's got 4 of them. She'll kind of hand them out to each of you. Well, here you go, dear. Eat up, eat up.
Gruce is going to kind of hold out an arm to the rest of them. We've solved the riddles, and now we get these quiches to restore our memories. That is the deal, yes?
The key shall create the lock and key to unlock your memories, yes.
And that is the extent of what it will do.
Yes, dearie, yes.
All right. And I'll lower his arm, and he will eat his quiche.
Okay. So, you don't have any conditions, fatigue, strife, so that's good. You didn't get all the ingredients, so you don't get the next part. But are you guys just like, is this everybody's eating it, or is like everybody watching Roos to see? Like, okay, is this poison?
I was eating.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna say Ying is probably gullible, so he'll eat it.
Okay.
I
Menzo?
mean, he somehow got mind controlled by interdimensional wasp, so
True.
yeah.
Interdimensional man wasp. Yep. Menzo, are you eating or watching?
I think I will eat it. I ate the cookies. The
True.
cookies
Yeah.
were good. Why not?
Mm-hmm. I figured if anybody was waiting to see, it would have been Groose. So.
Yeah.
So as you guys are eating, at roughly about the same time, like as you're eating, like there's like it's delicious and it's warm and it just hits your stomach. It's just and that warmth spreads through you. And as you're eating, it's like you start to feel really tired, and you'll get like another bite or two, and it's just hard to even lift your spoon. And within seconds of each other, you're all gonna pass out into essentially food comas. And you're all gonna sleep for an hour. You're gonna get a short rest out of it. And when you wake up, you wake up, you feel refreshed. Like any exhaustion or mental strain is gone. But otherwise, you feel exactly the same.
We
None
don't
of your
have
memories
any.
have returned.
Oh.
We probably need all 3 ingredients.
Oh.
How do you feel, dearies?
No
Like I
different.
ate food.
Nice and rested, yes. Very tasty quiche, but I do not have my memories back.
Like I said, we created the lock and key. You have the key, now you have to unlock the lock. Perhaps back. Where did you last remember? Go back to where it
Oh.
began.
Oh, we have to go to the town where they are hunting us? Oh, that is not so good.
No, the last thing we remember before we lost time.
Oh.
Hengitsbury.
Do we know how, like, did we ever get to
Oh yeah,
Hengitsbury?
just to see Granny. Like you guys took the road. You basically rode right through Hengitsbury.
I'm sorry, but before we lost our memory, we were headed to there. But
Mhm.
did we actually get there?
The most any of you have is maybe like flashes of being in town, but nothing specific. Like there'd be fragments of like handing the tavern keep gold for a drink or something.
Well, perhaps we should go to town and work backwards.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too.
Okay. Well, thank you, Benny. Your cookies were very good.
What?
I left you little present under the porch. When you need it,
Thank you very much, dearie. Now, before you go, I would like to give you a choice. I have a few things that might help you along the way. Also a few extra. I call them gasps. They're my signature pastries. Granny Appleseed's signature pastries. And she's going to give each of you a tin of her signature pastries. They're a special ration, they never expire, and after consuming it, it will actually help recover conditions, fatigue, strife, things like that. These are like super rations that never expire. But she's
Cool.
also got 3 items essentially laid out on the side serving table that she'll kind of point over to. There's a bowl, an earring, and what looks it's called a perdita. It looks like almost like a rolled up scroll. You can choose 2 of them. Plus the gasps.
And what do you wish in exchange?
Well, you didn't get everything quite you wanted, so consider this consolation in case you do run into trouble.
So what are the 3 things again?
There's a bowl, an earring, and it's called a perdita. It looks like a rolled up scroll where the edges are kind of not burnt, but worn back a little bit.
Will you tell us what these items do?
Oh, silly me. Of course I will. This is a dream scrying bowl. Among other things, should you study it closely for perhaps an hour, fill it with holy water. The surface, the reflection on the surface will portray your most recent dream, or the dream of a sleeping creature nearby. If it's disturbed, the dream disappears and will never return. Or you could shatter the bowl and choose a creature you can see sleeping. And they'll awaken naturally. The dream and sleep cannot be interrupted. Sorry, no, it puts somebody to sleep. My mistake. So you can see somebody's dreams or put somebody to sleep. The earring. This earring, it's this little brass earring that's sculpted into the shape of like whispering maidens. This earring, whenever a creature says your name nearby, it'll transmit that creature's words as a hushed whisper into your ear until it's gone at least a minute without saying your name.
That seems useful.
Yeah. And then the perdita, the parchment, the slip of parchment. As she kind of holds it or lifts it up, the slip of parchment, kind of looking at it, you can see there's a word. Looks like a word kind of written on the side, and it's surrounded by occult symbols and like raven's feathers on the page. This is this is this is essentially a summoning scroll or a bonding scroll of a good friend of mine, Agnes Knitworthy. Should you choose, a vision of her will be summoned nearby you. She's a little mysterious, but very helpful. Essentially, what this will do is it's bound to a woman by the name of Agnes Knitworthy, who is an ancient hag. As a bonus action, you can summon a vision of her. Once per day, you can use an action to use essentially thaumaturgy or you can magically poison up to a pound of food, or you could mimic animal sounds or the voices of specific people. Alternatively, as an action while the vision's present, you can essentially revoke your claim on the parchment. When you do so, it crumbles into dust, and for the next minute, the vision curses a creature you choose within 30 feet. So you can, it gives you like a once a day thaumaturgy or poison food kind of thing, or you can destroy it and cast bestow curse. And then there's the gossip earring and the dream scrying bowl, which can put somebody to sleep. You can choose two.
Those symbols that was on that scroll, do any of them match with the symbols of that cult?
Nope.
All right.
Menzo will point to the earring and say, that would appear to be quite useful for quiet transmission of information.
Well, perhaps, yes, I hadn't thought about that. It's very clever.
Yes, or hearing when people are talking smack about you. But that seems
very
less
much
fun.
that, yes. So you guys have a choice of a cursing scroll, a dreaming bowl, and a gossip earring.
Oh, cool.
Which one? Which two would you guys like?
Menzo
I
would
kind of
like
like the
hearing.
one.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
kind of like the one to see the dreams. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead first.
That lady seems dangerous. And I'll sort of look at Grouse. Like, I'm guessing Grouse doesn't want any of them, but
Yeah, Goose isn't really showing any strong interest in any of these.
if he's okay with you, I will take earring. And I'll look at the others.
All right.
I can share.
So
Oh,
earring.
well, I'll look at Granny and say, will this only work for one, or can we give it to another and it works for whoever is wearing it?
Well, it usually requires. It requires attunement.
Oh, okay. But
Oh,
we
It
could
can be passed
like
between each other, but you would
not
have to
use it
reattune. Yeah.
to a person.
Yeah.
It's whoever attunes to it can use
Mhm.
it. Okay.
Mhm.
So Menzo will clip it on. Ooh, shiny.
Mhm. And did you want the scroll or the bowl?
Sounds like Ying wanted the bowl.
Okay. Ying will get the bowl. We'll take away the Perdita Ravenwing's true name. Take that away.
Yeah, that just seems, I don't know, summoning a hag, even an image of a hag, just, I don't know.
It's like that could go horribly wrong.
Yes, indeed.
I don't see how that could possibly go wrong. Uh, yeah. And that seems like a good spot to stop. So you guys will be able to head into Hengitsbury, and we'll pick that up next time. And hopefully, you guys get your memories back.
Yay,
yeah.
memories.
Woo!
Memories. Woo, woo.
I'm trying to check to
How
see.
many how many clubs did I go to?
I'm trying to check and see if you guys level up. feel like you do. Second to third. Oh, not quite yet. You know, we'll say you do. Because otherwise, it's in the middle of the next time. I don't feel like messing with that. So, okay. We'll deal with that here.